Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back for another video. We're going to talk about the role of the trail leg in the backswing and how the trail leg should straighten and lose flex. So for you guys who've watched my videos in the past, you guys know I talk about making sure to turn properly, to turn your hips properly in the backswing. Your trail leg has to straighten and lose flex, okay? I teach that in-person clients, YouTube clients, online coaching clients. Is something that I do like them to do. I very rarely, if ever, ask them to maintain flex in the backswing because almost every single golfer I've seen is not straightening excessively. Even if they're straightening excessively, and the handful of players I've worked with, I just have them feel like they straighten less, or I have them feel like they delay when the trail leg straightens and loses flex as a feel. But the trail leg does have to straighten and lose flex in the backswing, varying amounts depending on the type of swinger you are. But for the right hip to turn back, the trail hip to turn back and get hip turn, your trail leg does have to straighten and lose flex, okay? Which brings us to the topic of today's video is how do we straighten and lose flex properly? Sometimes when I see people try to incorporate this for the first time, they literally just straighten their left leg, okay? I mean, straighten their trail leg. They straighten their trail leg to try to push this hip back, but you can see me doing this in the backswing. One, could cause the trail leg to actually lock out and overextend, which is not what we want. We want the trail leg to lose flex and straighten without it locking out. And two, when you do that, just because a trail leg is straightening and losing flex, and your trail hip may look like it's going back, you're not actually turning. It's a fake turn. It's a fake loss of flex, okay? We want this trail hip to turn back, and the trail leg will straighten and lose flex to complement that, okay? If your trail leg maintains flex, you can see the trail hip cannot turn back, okay? The trail hip turning back is only possible if you let the trail leg straighten and lose flex. So you can see when I make this backswing, if I think about my right hip turning back, my trail hip turning back behind me, you can see my trail leg straightens and lose flex, okay? We do not want you to just straighten like this. You see this? This is me straightening and losing flex as a focus. It's not letting the right hip turn back as a focus and letting the trail leg straighten and lose flex as a result of that trail hip turning back. So how it should look like is this. Trail hip turns back, trail leg straightens and loses flex gradually in the backswing, and then you can make the downswing from there. That's more gradual. We do not want the trail leg straightening and losing flex just literally for the sake of straightening and losing flex. That's not how we want it to look. And ideally, we want the trail leg to straighten and lose flex gradually, okay? So you can see the initial parts of the backswing, because the hips haven't turned too much, the trail leg will not have that straighten and lost flex look, okay? Early in the takeaway, for some players, the hips don't have to turn too much. And then as you continue to turn, that's when the hips have to turn. That's when the trail leg will straighten and lose flex gradually. And later in the process of the backswing might look like this. We don't, for most players, want, even if your trail hip is turning back properly and the trail leg is straightening and losing flex properly, we don't really need that trail leg to straighten all that so early. So like this. See how my trail leg is straightening very early? I haven't even turned my upper body much in that time period of the backswing. We usually also don't want that for most players. So it may look like this, okay? Lots of hip turn, lots of trail leg straightening and losing flex early in the takeaway when my upper body hasn't done anything, and then everything plays catch up. That's also something that we typically don't want to see, okay? So ideally, how the trail hip should turn back, how the trail leg should straighten and lose flex is gradually in the takeaway. Trail hip turns back, trail leg straightens and loses flex without locking out, just to accommodate the trail hip to turn back very gradually in the backswing, and then it later regains flex in the downswing. So I hope that makes sense. Make sure, let your trail leg straighten and lose flex during the backswing turn to let your hips turn properly, and make sure you're not straightening the trail leg for the sake of straightening the trail leg. So hope that helps, hope that makes sense. Any questions, leave in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks, guys.